Hi folks and welcome back to some more Ultimate General American Revolution. Things are looking kind of interesting now. We look like we might be able to gather our forces. If I pull a lot of the militia in from the surrounding forts, gather all the regulars, we can probably have a crack at New York. And that's hoping that the British Army in Hempstead isn't able to come rushing to their rescue. The other option I have is just to try and draw this army out if I abandon Fort Clinton and then rush in with everyone. Might be a possibility. I'm going to try and draw some militia in. I'm reluctant to empty the forts, but anywhere that's just a town that has decent loyalty, and I would like to get Canada Sega, I'd like to get the unit out of there. We will do that. We can't do that in the far north because these places just aren't loyal, but we'll see what we can do. We've also got a bit of an issue possibly over at Lyman up here, which we need to investigate. Somehow the British regiments have gone and taken that. We have a general on the way to take a look, and there might be some militia who can possibly deal with this, but I don't like the look of this, so it's going to be touch and go over winter. And of course, it's winter. Everybody's hungry, but hopefully so are the British. So let's go and see what happens. All right, we've got Talmadge with Stark's brigade of regulars arriving, and I have ordered some militia down from the forts in the north, and there's a new cavalry regiment coming in. There should be another cavalry regiment. We did raise another one. I don't know where I put it. It was in Middlesbrough. We've got some regulars. There's not enough ammunition or provisions. Things are looking bad. There's some regulars forming up there. And somewhere we did recruit a new cavalry outfit. We received a proposal from the Cherokee. That's not us. This drives me mad. That's for the British. It's nothing to do with us. Okay, there's only 490 men in Lyman. That's great news. So all the men I've brought down, the militia and everything else. Actually, what's in Falmouth? Another one of these. I have more bloody wagons than I have everything else. I'm sure I did put a cavalry regiment into the game with some outrageous name, but it's not appeared. It's called something like Said Stallions, but I don't know where I recruited them. Never mind. They will turn up. So, we were looking at... What's this? We've got a military project done. I could do... Do you know what? I'm going to refill iron and get it on the Navy. Now then, on our chief engineer, we're probably looking for some better weapons, right? A Dragoon Carbine 57. We could actually do with that, but it's a long time to get it. The Draft Stockade. This gives us the lumber mill. That would, I'm guessing, better protection in the forts. It's quick to get. We're making some terrible Dragoon weapons at the moment. And I feel like we should start to develop some better weapons as well. The Brown Bess 69 musket would be actually very, very good. That would also give us the short Brown Bess, which I think would be a Dragoon weapon. I don't need to get the other two, but those are both good weapons. Especially short. Having said that, the USA musket we're making is good enough. This would lead down to the rifle, which would be very useful for us, I think. It's kind of tough to choose because they're all kind of useful. Actually, this is only 71 days, so I'm going to get that. Yeah, let's pick that. I think that would be actually beneficial. Cross all those off. Right then, I just need a force to meet up with Talmadge and the guys at Fort George. We've got Fort George and Fort Frank that's been defended. Fort Halifax is currently abandoned. That's okay. We've got more militia coming down. Seeing where everybody is. We've got a good regular regiment forming there. We've got 7,000 men at New Haven. We've got quite a few men gathering at Fort Clinton, which is great. And we've got all this force at Morristown as well, which is also great. There we go. I knew I'd renamed one. Fearless Said Stallions. Welcome to the army. I knew I'd created one. Well, it's not created. I just renamed one of the existing ones. Okay, everything else is looking shipshape. Oh, that's the... Oh, spycraft. We can spend 1 point of rep. I'm going to get this one. 5 points of rep to get the defensive strategy and tactics. You know that stockade thing? I've just realised. Let me have a look at that stockade thing I was researching. It's under... It's called encampment sites. Was that the one? That wasn't the one. It was this, the draft stockade. Right. Ah, okay. I thought that meant we could build a fortress. It doesn't, does it? It just gives us the ammunition and unit provisions, which would be very nice. But I'm actually going to go... I'm going to pick up this one. This is a good intermediary, I think. We're going to get that. Right, excellent. Let's go see what's happening at Lyman. The forces should be in position. Form an army. Attack Lyman. I'm just going to order those into Falmouth. They've come all the way down from the north. They'll be freezing cold. It would have been pretty grim marching around at this time of year, I imagine, in the mountains. So we've got 2,500 men. This should be a nice, easy fight. In fact, do we even need to go into battle for it? Come on, everybody. Attack. Attack Strachan. No food. Plenty of food in Lyman.
Press the attack.
Charge. Okay, so Nagoyans... That's the militia brigade. Taking on, I think, a commander. I want to pursue this guy. Yeah, that's just a commander. Stark's men are charging in. We're going for hand-to-hand combat there. Which, although we outnumber them, I'm not sure was the wisest move. Have we got another one? Defensive strategy and tactics. Excellent. So, what shall I pick up now? We've got the Dragoons. Dragoon training. This would give us all better... that would give us more... starting stats. I don't know if it's retroactive either. New company grenadiers, new company guards. I wonder what the difference is. Melee 11, firearms 12, stealth 10. Melee 11.5, firearms 11. Stealth isn't going to matter. Reload 11.1, 3.6. I think the guards are generally elite company consisting of highly experienced and skilled infantrymen. What's the grenadiers? Elite assault troops are physically robust soldiers and highly effective, ideally in leading vanguard assaults such as cracking the enemy line or storming fortifications. We could have either, I guess. That gives us a military base. That gives us the fortress, which could be useful. Going back up here, we've got +1 generals. I'm having this. Yeah, I'm having this right now. We need an extra general commanding forces in the field, just to give us eyes. Eyes on the prize, really. These guys are exhausted. Oh, these guys are now routing. Excellent. That's again, it's not an alliance offer for us. Oh, what's this? In a secluded and well-guarded location away from prying eyes, discreet exchange occurred. The ransom, consisting of gold and valuable goods, was delivered to the Continental Forces in exchange for the safe release of the captured British officer. Nope. Don't need the money. We do not need the money. And he'll just come back to plague us again. Right, our chief intelligence guy. What were we looking down for him? Do we know? Counterintelligence? There's not a lot in this tree that really fills me with awe. Now, when it says -4% unit provision and it's in red, that sounds like it's actually bad. Simultaneously boosting production in domestic workshops and factories. Okay, I think what it might... I don't know. It means we can carry less? You would think it would be a reduction in provisions that the unit needs to subsist, maybe. Don't like the look of any of them, to be quite honest. But we'll go down this to get reduction in intelligence costs. Right, this is looking like good news over here. That general's nearly dead. How are we doing? We've got 2,900 men in Fort Clinton. We've lost the evaluation on there, but it's not 7,000 men. I'm pretty certain of that. And somewhere... Yeah, we've got Evans here. Let's bring him down to Fort Clinton. Hang on, let's click on him again. Bring him down to Fort Clinton. I don't think anyone else... You can see I've emptied places like Fort Penn. Reading... Reading is almost at the point. We need to have, I think, we need 36% to make sure they don't rebel. We've got 4,000 men at Morristown. And these guys are actually replenishing quite well. The cavalry's up and ready. Oh, excellent. We've got more points to spend, so we should go spend them. What should we build? We can upgrade, don't care about the shipyard, the grain mill. We definitely upgrade the grain mill, because that requires... Oh, that gives us food. And food is nice. Is anywhere that's not building anything? That would be a warehouse for provision storage. Yeah, sure. There's no point producing a lot of food if we can't actually store the damn stuff, is there? What's that one? A carpenter's shop. What else can we build in Boston? What would be useful? Increases available ammunition storage? I don't think that's... A recruiting house might actually be useful in Boston. I'm not even going to look at the others. I'm going to throw that in. Salem's building. Leicester. Leicester isn't building. We can upgrade the recruiting house, or we can build... we can build a printing press for Leicester. Sure. You know what? I'm going to build a printing press. I kind of like everywhere to have maximum loyalty. It's going to give us overall bonuses on everything if we have high loyalty. Oh, Fort Lovell's at risk. God damn. After him. Right, you guys move into... You guys move into Lyman. Take Lyman. Looks like we got rid of the enemy commander there, so that's great news. I can build something in Fort Frank. What would I build? There's, like, not really a lot to build. Carpenter's shop. Blacksmith's house for production. Actually, carpenter's shop, because we are always short of these materials. Fort Halifax. Okay. Alright, things are looking good. We've got... Oh, we can build new stuff here. Fort Ticonderoga. Yep, we'll stick in a carpenter shop. We're doing okay for specialists now, so that's really good news. A lot of these earlier places have never really been upgraded in a long time, I feel. That's building. Alright, I guess that's going to have to do us for now. Oh, we can do something here. I can't upgrade the forts yet, which has got me a bit baffled. I can do a granary. 15% provisions. Don't think that's going to make the difference, so I'll go for that one. Ah, you've got absolutely nothing. Okay. You can definitely have a carpenter shop. There, we'll leave that for now. Let's get playing. So, bit of a possible balls up down here. We need to go and find out where Strachan is, because I do not want to be losing. They're having a go at Fort Lovell. Bollocks! Just defeated enemy regiments. They just wander around the map, just occupying bloody places, which drives me insane. There's not much in the way of food there for those people, sadly. And Lyman is at 28%. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to break these parties up. Oh, we've got nice. Or we'll take the willpower because it's militia. And they often want to flee for their lives. We'll put them in Falmouth. Looks like there's a lot of other stuff there. Not enough horses. Oh, okay. I didn't expect to run out of horses. We will have to fix that. Leveraging foreign sympathizers. Using their connections, members of the network reach out to foreign supporters who remain loyal to Britain. These sympathizers offer financial assistance, resources, and even ships. We get 149 brown bess. Thank you. We'll take them. Okay, we're going to have to... I think we're going to have to fight this battle. Alright, folks. Here we go. We've got the fort surrounded. We've got infantry on 4 sides of it. And you know what? I think what we're going to do is we're just going to split the guys up into smaller companies for this trick. Just advance forwards a little bit. The reason for this is just simply we can cover more ground this way. Advance a little bit. And we've got the artillery bombardment going quite well. I'll leave these in one big clump. This might be the main attack. We should be shooting those guys in the flank. We've actually floored. I think the problem is here. We're trying to shoot through a wall. We've knocked some of it down. Are we okay for it? We don't have a lot of ammunition, actually. Let's point at the main target. Shooting holes in the fortress walls. I like that. Guys are taking casualties. This is just militia as well. Alright, let's put it on normal speed. It is time to engage the enemy. Advance into some better cover. Advance to combat. So we do outnumber them. I just need to make sure my general is involved in the fight here. Excellent. You guys guard positions. Oh, I can't guard them. Can't halt them. Right. Are you in any sort of... You're in the tiny bits of cover. Guard. That'll do. Halt. It's hold, sorry, not guard. Beg your pardon. Hold. Low on ammo. Hang on. Let's get you up into... Can I bring these guys into canister range? For some reason I can't put those on the... Now I can. Okay, we're in. Let's go in. Let's get you onto that one. Oh, no, hang on. No, they haven't reformed. They haven't reformed. Right, advance. You guys keep shooting in there. Bring Tolmage in. And one option is just to go over the top and charge. In. Time to get in. In with the bayonets. Stop. He's getting a bit ahead of himself there, I think. So those guys are routing. They should now surrender. Halt. Charge. Charge. As long as no one's about to... Right, they've been captured. It's just these ones. Stop with the friendly fire. I think we've got everyone, have we not? There was no guns to capture in this one. So, other than taking the... Right, that's it. Take the fort. Done. So we lost 75 men, but we actually cleaned up. So that's good. So that regiment of enemy militia is defeated. Excellent news. We need to keep a garrison in Lyman for the time being. Yeah, there's not enough food. Tough. There's not enough food anywhere. There's nothing we can do about that, I'm afraid. Stark's men will take Fort Lovell. Actually, I have a job for you. You may need to come down and hold Fort Lovell for me. Meanwhile, our forces in Falmouth... I can bring the militia out. So let's bring the militia down to here. I think we're going to marshal everything for an attack on not New Haven, on New York. This is going to be very, very interesting how this works. What's all this? Yeah, this is just, yeah, nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. That's fine. Poor Fort Lovell. We'll just put the guys in there for the time being, just so they can recover some strength. And hoover up any provisions. The loyalty is absolutely fine, so that's not a problem. They can also replenish ammunition whilst they're in there. So if loyalty is not a problem, we can march all the way down to New Haven. That's quite a lot of militia coming down there. Including the brand new regiment that's currently starving. Let's give them some stamina. in Middlesbrough. The forces are gathering. What's in Boston? I don't think you actually have any... You've got ammunition, so I can bring you down. Hang on. These guys need... Let's give them that. And we do have horsemen up there, but we're not really achieving a whole lot else with them. Okay. So the force is here. Let's get everyone out. I know where you're going to go. Oh, and you, please. The whole brigade. Let's get the whole lot down and stick them in Hertford. We're going to have 3 leaders meeting up here. Let's bring General Ward out. I want him to take a look over here. There'll be a lot of people complaining that there's no food at the moment. 7,000 men. I think we can amass much more than this. We've got 7,000, 7,000, possibly another 4,000 coming. 18,000 men. So even if the Hempstead regulars get involved in this, I think we can take this fight. This is going to be a big one, folks. Let's speed up time while stuff gets moved over there. Goyan's men are coming. Talmadge's. There is a brigade there, right? Yes, there is a brigade. Okay, that's a relief. Excellent. Excellent. So we've got lots of stuff being produced. Let's have a little click around. I could just... Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Shall we, in Albany, let's upgrade the meeting house to a town hall. Albany should be an important place. And then we've got a load of places out here which aren't really doing much of anything. Fort Sullivan. Fort Sullivan's got good. Newtown. We can't yet bring the guys out of there. But what we can do is throw in a printing press, which we should have. And the poor old militia, we can't actually keep up. Let's upgrade that. Let's upgrade that. And Fort Sullivan, what should we throw into Fort Sullivan? Wyoming, one of these two should have. Yeah, we've got a printing press there, so we don't need another. Oh, actually, you can... This whole region wants, like, mining. It is. We're developing the mining. Okay. Tell you what we'll do then. We'll put a blacksmith's house in there. And we'll put a carpenter's shop in there. Nice. I like spending points. Spending points is good. Freeholds, a risky one. That's still being rebuilt, so we'll ignore that. Nice. Let's just go to the regional construction management and see, is there anything being built? We can afford to do an infrastructure somewhere. Infrastructure is kind of useful to have anywhere, really. Let's put one up there. There we go. It takes a lot of points, but it's good to have. So I haven't marched the army out of Hertford yet. I'm kind of waiting for everyone else to get gathered up. I have a whole 74 dragoons up here. Tell you what, let's bring you guys out. What's this? Resource scarcity. Yeah, we can't share. We can't share anything. We're going to get some loyalty hits for this. And I'm going to bring you down to Leicester, where the horses are kept. Did I sell all my horses? Are we just not breeding enough? Brilliant. Let's put you into there. The army from Hertford's about to set sail. This is going to get good. This is going to get good real quick, I think. Into New Haven. Right, let's get everything out. In fact, can we not do the... Yeah, let's get the entire garrison out. Slap it in New Haven. And then we're going to have the 7,000 men. I'm not going to take everything out of Fort Clinton in case this backfires. But we are going to take everything out of here. Let's get them marching now. I am going to take... Yeah, I'm going to take everything out of Morristown. Screw it. We march up the back of there. The loyalty is fine now, so we can leave that. And if we do draw some of the British soldiers out, I am happy with that outcome. We have 12,000 men. Right, select the entire garrison. Apart from that. And leave. Right, group up. Form one huge army. You receive a report on changes if... We don't care. We don't care. We're going to attack from the north where we get everyone together. I also see... We'll check out that later. Project Refill Iron is finished. There's nothing else we can pick up quick. There's artillery tactics. 18 reputation. Yes, spend it. Spend it. Just, cost. Yep, don't like spending stuff. We're going to go back onto that one just for the Navy. I'll tell you what Nagoyan's going to do. He's going to jump into New Haven and defend New Haven. Alright, so the British are coming out. This is going to be the fight of our lives, folks. We need you, and you out. You form an army and form up over there. Right, let's see what happens. Been massive British reinforcements. Okay, right, I see. Yep, I don't know why I misclicked over there, but apparently I did. We're going in. This is going to be the battle of our lives here. I've left 1,200 men in Fort Clinton. That's our backup if things go horribly wrong. Right, everyone into New York. Everyone's complaining about food. Right, here we go. The battle of our lives. We definitely want to be merging infantry. So there's stuff coming in as reinforcements. They will also have stuff coming in as reinforcements. Actually, looks like they might already be there. We're going to sit on the defensive. I've just got to show you guys this before we actually start. This is how the battles are deploying. It's just two massive mobs facing each other. So we're going to hold defensive lines in the woods. We're going to bring another force up there. We're just going to hold the woods and let the British come on. This is insane, folks. I don't think I've ever seen so many units on the map before. This is absolutely incredible. We just need to make sure we've got everything stacked up where we can get it. Defending woods wherever we can. We've got a horde of cavalry. Let's put these into troops. Shift 1. Bring them to the rear. Shift 2. Bring them to the flank. Cavalry on the flanks. We've got the British spotted, doing an insane advance. Okay, let's get some guys up there. Guard, hold your positions. Stand firm, chaps. We do have reinforcements coming in, as you can see. We've got a lot of guys marching in. I've got this on slow at the moment, so I can just keep a track on it. I want to make sure I've got everything moving before we... And we haven't. Okay, let's make sure we get those guys in as well. And some skirmishers. Do you know what? I'm going to send the skirmishers off over to this side. There's a big column marching right at the center. Do you know what? This game, when you play it in slow motion like this, if that's the correct term for it, it looks and feels absolutely epic. I mean, on the scale of a war game, it looks superb. Let's make sure we've got guys coming up there, because we're going to need reserves. We've got reserves on that side. We've got reserves coming through the swamp. We've got cavalry reserves out here. At the moment, we can't see an awful lot out here. Let's try and get some... Maybe I'll bring the other cavalry onto this flank. That's a long way away. Do you know what? Maybe we should push through. Maybe we should push through. Let's advance a little bit and see what we've got out there facing us. I don't think there's an awful lot, actually. I feel like I need to be in control of this fight here. Good. Everyone's mostly... Right, stop. Stop. Yeah, we need to get control of this. You need to be in that little pocket right there. That'll do. Halt and hold. We're going to play this one in slow motion because this is going to be one of the battles of our age right here. Yep. Deploy. Deploy. Don't deploy over there. Deploy. Oh, we've got skirmishers. Right, I need to get my own skirmishers out there. Just pause. Okay, skirmishers to the flanks. No point having skirmishers in the middle of all this. We've got a general in the middle of all this. Now, that is useful. And our other general, let's bring Mark over to stand in here. We've got mortars defending the... Ah, excellent. We've got more skirmishers down here. I want the skirmishers on these flanks. We don't have a lot of skirmishers. Oh, and the cavalry. Sorry, the artillery there. That's a bit dodgy. Bit dicey. I see what's happening. I see what's happening. Hold the line, chaps. We've got militiamen moving in here. We've got a whole load of cavalry force coming out here. Don't worry, that's alright. We've got enough men on that side. I think our cavalry can probably defeat them. I'm going to say our cavalry can defeat them. I have no idea if that's true or not. Let me take you three and make sure we've got reserves in those woods. Yeah, you can do fine there, and you can do fine just on there. Meanwhile, the cavalry's going to move up. Sorry, I didn't like that. The battle lines have definitely formed. Hold. And the first of our chaps are heading backwards. Stop. Stop. Halt. Halt. Hold orders. Why does this look like our artillerymen have run away at the bottom down here? You on the double? No, on the double. I ordered a retreat by mistake. That is not the first time that has happened. There's cavalry surging around everywhere. Let me put some men into the line right there. Order the hold. Make sure we've got troops coming up for the second line. Because the first line is probably going to... fall back. I say that. I don't know if that's actually true. The enemy have hit a line of our militia in the woods. Militia in the woods aren't the best thing to have. Skirmishers maybe on the flank. See if we can get some use out of them. Give me some... oh, we've got more skirmishers over here. I'm going to redeploy them across the other side quickly. Put them down there. Give me some solid regular guys. Like Bob and Jeff and things like that. Yep, back up that infantry. They're falling back through the woods. That's okay. They can fall back. You just step forward a little bit. Second line. The second line's not supposed to be retreating yet. We need to take advantage of cover. We've got mortar men. Mark can just maybe get over here. We should have a general. I think he's at the back. Let's bring Ward up. Yeah, you should be in the thick of it. Right, we've got artillery here. I'm going to have to put artillery at the back. This is why we need howitzers and mortars more than just regular guns, I think. Right, so how's the fight going at this side? Well, apart from the fact that some of my infantry have advanced probably far beyond where they were supposed to, it's going okay. We have a bit of a ropey line here. So let's make sure we've got something ready to plug that gap. We've got skirmishers hopefully taking advantage of the enemy over there. Brilliant. Let's put you on that flank. The guys falling back will hopefully rally. Ah, hang on a minute. We have substantial reinforcements turning up here. Select everything. I'm going to have to change... Oh, I hate doing this. I'm going to have to move. Okay, so this is where you guys need to go. Go in like that. Actually, go in like this. We've got reinforcements arriving here, which is fantastic. You can apply yourselves to this flank. And that is a militia company that's since sort of fallen back. Just come up to the centre. Mortars. Yeah, mortars, that's not safe. You can't go that far forwards now. Mortars to here. Artillery battery to here. Fall back the mortars. The second line are going to take these guys in. I don't know if mortars do... I don't think they do. I don't think they have canister. I think we're ready for these guys to fall back. I'm going to give the order to go. And then the second line's going to take up the rallying call. Advance. Hold the front line. Hold the front line, fellas. Skirmishers on this flank. We should be doing okay. We've got proper reinforcements coming in to help. And you guys have rallied. Excellent. Get back to the fight. This is a good one. This is what we wanted in this sort of war game. Tempted to countercharge these. We got the mortars back, which is excellent. Bring up reserves. We always want reserves ready. Having a nice, solid, steady second line. The militia are falling back from the front line. That's okay. That's okay. We can allow that. The dragoons, these dragoons need to fall back. It looks like I've taken a slaughtering over there, probably because I wasn't watching what was going on. I'm in two minds about whether to send guys in against those lot. Let's just form a solid defensive line at the moment. Let's get some skirmishers out over into these woods. I feel like I need more troops on that flank. That's okay, actually. If the British want to advance down this flank, they're going to find... Oh, they're not going to find a hammer blow because I'm looking the map upside down. Shit. Hang on. I really can't get my head around both the minimap and the sodding camera angle ever. It absolutely does me in. So I'm looking forwards there. Is that right? So what I've got here is a load of guys doing nothing. So let me get these in. Okay, so we do actually need a solid line on this flank. So let's bring the guys in like that. And this lot, these are all marching in on the other flank quite nicely. It's I find it very disorientating, this mini-map and the camera angle. And I've struggled with it throughout the entire game. You guys probably think I'm just mad, but I really do find it difficult to see what the hell's going on. Right, they're going to break, clearly. This line, you need to get into the wood line. You probably need to just fall back a bit. And let's fall back to the wood line as well, so we've got like a solid defensive line there. Just want to make sure everyone's on hold orders. Try and get the benefit of all the terrain as much as we can. It's a tough old fight. We're fighting in the woods. Where are you going? I don't know where they're going. They've decided that wherever it is, it's better than being at the front. Skirmishers have arrived over here. Dragoons. What should we do, dragoons? Pull back. Pull back. We've got reinforcements. Pull back to the flanks. I think we lost a whole company of dragoons, actually, by the looks of that. Right then. You deploy there. We've got guys deploying here. Advance. Advance. Up to your lines in the woods, sir. Give you hold orders. Hang on. We've got bloody skirmishers over there. Blocked? They're not blocked. That's madness. They're not blocked. Right, advance. Join in. Skirmishers off to the side. Charge. Just order the charge at this point. Let's see if we can absolutely just charge those guys in. It's not what I wanted to do with my cavalry, but I think it's probably what we're going to have to do with the cavalry. And if it fails, let's have a second line of infantry behind you. We've got more guys coming back here. Advance! Hang on, let's pull the militia back. Oh, they've broken. What's going on over here? So that's a huge fight, cavalry on cavalry, and we might have actually won that side. What have we got sitting at the back? Hang on, the camera's moving the wrong way. We've got mortars back here. Right, let's bring mortars in. What we need to do... Oh, we've engaged... Oh, wow. This... Guys, look at this. We've engaged the enemy on this hilltop. Excellent. Let's bring the troops in. Let's bring you further forward, actually. Make sure they're on hold orders. We actually need to make this more like a flanking maneuver now. But you guys should be able to snipe at them. Hold. Hold. The artillery is hopefully having some effect down there. If you look at the minimap looks fantastic. It looks like we're in control of it. Excellent. Our dragoons did some good. In. 2. In. Get in there. We'll take the skirmishers. Now it looks like the enemy are in a shit position. Oh my god. Into the woods. We've got guys falling back all over here. Right, everyone retreat. That's not where we want to be. You guys are captured. That's excellent. Let's put a line of men up there. What's this guy at the back? That's some fleeing infantry. That's okay. So over on this side. That's good. Over on this side. Enemy is in a bad... Oh, wow. Okay, as we advance over this hill, we're seeing more cool stuff. Let's make sure we're bringing reinforcements up there to back this up. Make sure you engage. Okay, let's order these 2 regiments forward to here. Actually, like that. Open fire. Flank that unit. Shoot that unit. There's more Brits over the hill. This is a proper battle, guys. This has been the best one of the war so far. Regardless of outcome. Absolutely regardless of outcome. This is the one that's looked the most like an actual fight. I mean, we can't lie. This is going to be a sodding brutal one. Right, it's time to send the reserves in. Well, we have some. We do have some. Good God. Good God, this has been an epic struggle. Can we charge? It's just going on. It's going on forever. Hold the line, guys. Hold the line. See if you can get into the woods there. I'm going to have you poking out this way. We must have something on this side that can outflank the enemy. We've arrived over here. Enemy is looking quite strong on this side, I've got to say. One opportunity we have is to... Hang on. Let's get these. Let's form a line like that. We're nailing those guys. Let's move in. No. Sorry. My bad there. I think we probably need to throw something in support up there. Right, bring them in. What have we found over this side then? Halt. Yep, that's bad. But this is worse. For the British, it's absolutely worse. Brilliant. Fresh regiments, in you go. This maneuver over here, this has been a good one. We've still got lots of tough enemies to deal with. Let's get some guys forwards there. We're still fighting like mad in the middle. Give me some... Actually, can we join forces? Yeah, let's join forces. The mortar men are running out of ammunition. Let's pull them back. What's this over here? Who's this guy? Someone running? Someone we can't see. Someone may probably run off the field. I can't see who that is. Over on this side, this is bad because our dragoons are in a really bad situation. Let's pull them back to here. Let's make sure our prisoners don't surrender. Oh God, we're being pushed everywhere here. I need reinforcements on this side. We have some here. Excellent. We have more than enough men to do what we want to do here. Right, bring those guys over. And form a solid line like that. Something to fall back to. Get the artillery to the edge of the woods where it can bloody see. And we've got such limited firepower here. Hang on. Oh God, we need to... Oh... Flipping heck, this is not over yet. Sadly, this is not over. Oh, face that way. In there. There's a whole load of just shit going on over here, and I'm struggling to get on top of it. Okay, we've got militia. And I would say we put militia over there like that. The dragoons that fell back. Charge! This is a risk. But the enemy are isolated. I hope. So we're going to throw everything in. Guys. We can't afford... We've got militia down here. Let's put militia at the front. Or maybe on this flank. Still a lot of Brits over there. Did we overpower that regiment? We did. So the massed cavalry charge is the way to go. Back to the woods. Brilliant. Take one of you in there. And one of you at the other one. Come on, we just need to overwhelm the skirmishers. They're routing. Okay, that's excellent on that side. On this side, this is where I thought we could have the big advantage. Advance. We really need to advance here and just destroy what's in front of us. There's no good reason why we can't do this. back there. We've got 208 men there. Let's load them up. Looks like we've lost quite a few officers as well. Okay, can we combine those forces there? We're just doing a little bit of on-the-fly reorganizing. I wish in battles you could occupy fence lines and stuff. Right, you could in that very first battle of the game. Let's just combine some damaged, weakened units. Okay, make sure we're shooting in. Advance some more. Bring all the reserves up. We're just going to engage the enemy wherever the enemy happens to be now. Do I have a stronger unit here. Bring them up. Right, let me see what happened with all the cavalry. That worked a treat. Excellent. Charge. We're getting blasted by an artillery battery here. 2. Go in there. Nice. We're going to get that. Oh, we've got some rogue infantry. But we have guys fighting like the devil over here. Engage. Engage. Is there anything left in the middle? Our artillery's been beaten off. Into the woods. We're being pushed hard through the centre here. In fact, the centre's collapsed. Or wherever this part of the map is, because I can't quite tell. Right then. On the ball, fellas. There's some bullshit coming through that wood. Right, let's go stop him. Let's go stop him. Into the tree line. What's going on up there? Whole lot of stuff that I can't quite see. Right, over here we've broken into like several separate flaming fights. Charge. Dragoons have been excellent once again. We're going to come down and just annihilate these guys, I think, with cavalry charging in the rear. So where did my other horsemen just go to? Oh, they've got another one there. Keep taking on the artillery. That's great news. Whoop. That's okay. The game hasn't crashed. It's okay. I'm going to fire... What the hell is going on? I don't know what's going on there. Game keeps crashing to the desktop. But we're okay. Yeah, make sure we're on that. In fact, we'll put 2 onto that one. I don't know what's living in these woods. Cavalry up the arse should make them think twice. Let's bring some guys down to do some shooting here. I saw some more artillery lurking somewhere, didn't I? What's going on over here? The British are trying to make a breakthrough over here. Do you know what? I'm just going to go and deploy in the woods. I don't need to be sat out here getting shot at. Right, you guys here, form a line. Let's form some sort of defensive line and get ward on the game as well. And you guys better just retreat. Right, let's link a couple of units up here. And get some strength in numbers again. Are we actually pushing against what's going on here? Let's advance. What have we got? Make sure the mortars are going up. I think the mortars are just probably slightly out of range. We've got more Brits trying to attack across here. I can't see on my minimap where everything else is. I feel like I need to extend my line. Bring the guys up here. Okay, off we go again. So, cavalry. That's not worth worrying about. Excellent, the cavalry's broken the enemy there. Where's 2? These guys are in the woods. Excellent. Charge that battery down. Yeah, if you can just get into some tree line and just defend, that will do absolutely fine. So our guys over here aren't doing so good. We need to do something drastic, I think. And it's this. It's this. Let's make sure that you guys are coming in. Big melee charge. Well, we've routed them, so that did the job. Cavalry in woods is not supposed to be an effective thing. We're still fighting like the devil over here. One thing that does bug me is that I don't know where that unit is. I don't know how we're going to sort out the mess with all the artillery afterwards. Because I've had gunners who've just run away. And I might try and scour the map a little bit to see if we can pick up some of their guns. Because there will be a lot. It feels like we're broken off into 2 separate battles at the moment. Right. 1. Bring the horsemen in. You get up to the woods. You get up to the woods. Oh, my word. There's enemy bloody infantry here, but they've routed, so that's okay. So, number 2. 2 dragoons. They fled, and we can't reorganize those. Right, come back over here. Number 1 dragoons. Form up for a charge. We need to get those guys being shot at, really. Oof, that's bad losses. These Highlanders, or whatever they are, storming through the flipping trees over here. Let's get some militia shooting them in the arse. Oh, we've got to deal with another infantry attack coming in from that direction. That's not good. Right, wherever you are, come back in. You can run off. You're captured. You're good. Right. Attack. Attack. Everybody attack. Have I left men behind? I feel like I have. At this point, advance. Can we join? Yeah, we can join those guys together. Let's get them in. Let's join those guys together. I wish the enemy would just accept they've lost this one and just retreat. Right, let's put you onto there. And a big militia group onto there. Advance. What's happening down here? Where can we get some... Where's our number 2 dragoons? Right, excellent. The enemy have decided they've had enough. Which means... we just charge everything that we can find now and see what we can overrun and capture. And this is going to be the key thing. Charge in. We will order a charge wherever we can and see if we can just grab anything. And then I'm going to spend 10 minutes trying to locate where all the bloody enemy artillery is and see if we can steal it. Okay, so the enemy are on the retreat. I'm going to try and grab some of those as well. I'll catch you after the battle, folks. We'll check out the results. Okay, that was an absolute sodding slaughter. I've never seen a fight like that in this game. So we actually lost more infantry than they did, but as a proportion of our army, it was much less. Thankfully. I mean, 8,000... This is slaughter on a scale. I don't think we would have seen anything like this in the American War of Independence. American Civil War, possibly, but not in the War of Independence. Basically, I lost... that's like 40% of my infantry, roughly. I think, something like that. That's a lot. And about half my cavalry. And they lost nearly all their cavalry. And half their guns, over half their guns. So they lost 8,000 men out of 12,000 engaged. And I lost just over 8,000 men out of over 20,000 engaged. What a fight. So I come out of the battle, and the first thing I see is the Phantom Trader's proposition. He's trying to sell me muskets. What's he trying to sell me? Spanish 55s? No, I don't need to buy them anymore. Okay, so we're in a position now where we just need to push on in here, and we need to take New York, and we need to take Hempstead as well. Because the British, well, we need to capture as many of these as we can. So let me make sure there's going to be some serious recruiting to go on here. Did Carroll's men didn't really get engaged, so... Send them in. Stark's men. Yep, send as many in as we can. There's going to be some guys retreating. There's a lot of our units in good stead here still, which is excellent news. You just go and collect those. Over here we've got... Don't even know what you are. Militia, probably. Yeah, just militia regiments. Long episode this one, folks, but there's an awful lot to process. You can take the marksman training, I think. Alright, we're going to take this steadily because I want to see if we can get some more. I want to see if Sharp's men... No, charge. We need to try and get some surrenders here. And we are getting some. I wonder if I can throw Madison's men in. They'll be able to catch them up nicely. What we probably should do is just form some brigades here. No, not you. Right, form a brigade. Is there anyone over there? Yes. Form a brigade there. Brilliant. Oh, they're different units, so we can't do that. Can we force any more surrenders? We can. Howe's being driven off in God knows what direction. Madison's men still... Come on. We might bring on another general fight here, which would be hilarious. What's Cliff's brigade? Oh my god, they are in a terrible, terrible state. Salazar's men could do something else. Okay, what we don't want to do is bring on the general attack here. Or do we? I mean, I've got so much potential power here. I think we could probably win it anyway. Let's make sure we're going to claim New York, chaps. We definitely want to claim New York. This is the time. I mean, this is just the time, right? Sharp's men falling back. You go get Howe. Carroll's brigade. Shall we... Let's trigger another fight. Let's go for it. Screw it. Massive episode. Let's just have a huge war. Well, spoiler alert, nothing actually came of that. The British just turned tail and fled. So what we're going to do there, because that was So that was some epic fun. We're going to make sure we occupy everything. We're going to capture New York. And we're going to advance on Hempstead, all in the next episode. This was an awesome opportunity. I feel like we're probably going to have burnt some morale points in out yet. Oh my God, that's looking bad. That's really bad. For Hartford to have a drop in morale like that, that's due to casualties. Even though we've got the church. So we're sticking... I'm glad I spotted that. Oh, they've got the printing press already. Okay, well, we're going to have to deal with that. And I dare say there's going to be some other places that took an absolute pasting in morale. But that was epic, folks. We're going to take New York. We're going to get rid of General Howe. And we're going to kick the British out of... Is this Long Island? Epic. Just epic. Loved that battle. Best one of the campaign so far. Let me know your thoughts, because I think that just looked exactly what I wanted from this era of warfare.